Right leg.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Governor Perry. Thank you, governors. Thank you very much. Thanks. Honored to be here. Get to speak with and to my fellow governors. It hasn't been that long, I think, since we all gathered, but I don't know about you, but I managed to fill up the time. Let's see, I had a baby. I did some traveling. I very briefly expanded my wardrobe. I made a few speeches, met a few VIPs, including those who really impact society, like Tina Fey. And aside from that, it was pretty much same old since we last gathered. But in the great campaign that has come and gone, and it was great. One of the nicer experiences that we had along the campaign trail was seeing so many of my RGA colleagues. And I thank you guys so much for your assistance with John McCain's good run. Each of you gave your all to the cause and were helpmates and positive additions to Senator McCain's good run. You were there to help when things were looking good, and you were there to help when once in a while things weren't looking so good. And where I'm from in Alaska, life would be pretty lonely if all we had were fair weather friends. And you have been friends in all seasons, and for that I will forever be grateful, and I know Senator McCain also will be so appreciative. Let me add that I was honored as well to have the support of a former RGA member and his beautiful wife, who will soon return home from the White House to Texas. In politics, people sometimes go to great lengths to avoid stating the obvious, but I think it's about time that we all remembered that the greatest measure of a president is whether he protected and defended this great country. America's 43rd president took that foremost responsibility, that most important charge, seriously. He poured his life into it. He succeeded in keeping America safe from another attack. I'm thankful he is my soldier son's commander-in-chief, and for that I say, God bless George W. Bush, and I thank you, Mr. President. Yes. Reflecting on it all these last couple of months, obviously a lot learned for all of us governors these past months, and I'm going to reflect a bit on that here and then express where I think that we can all move forward together as a result of what we've just learned. When I was introduced in Ohio as our party's nominee, it was humbling, and I was proud to represent all of us. But on election night in Phoenix, after a hard and honorable defeat, I was more proud than ever to have been the running mate and friend of a great man, Senator John McCain. Tens of millions of Americans shared our convictions, and they gave us their votes. They shared a desire for a smaller, smarter government and protection of our constitutional rights and energy independence and respect for life and equality, and I thank them for their confidence and those votes. But for us, it was not our time. It was not our moment. But it is our country, and the winner will be our president, and I wish Barack Obama well as the 44th President of the United States. And if he governs with the skill and the grace and the greatness of which he is capable, we're going to be just fine. And as he prepares to fill the office of Washington and Lincoln, know that this is a shining moment in American history. Senator Obama has achieved a great thing for himself and for our country. Now, as we wish him well and unite, as we all work together, it's time for us to reach out to this new administration. Time for us to reach out to Barack Obama so that he'll understand our perspective. As experienced chief executives, we responsible for tens of billions of public dollars and tens of thousands of employees and policies and projects that do affect the lives of our constituents every single day, so that he will understand that bigger federal government and more unfunded mandates hurt the economy and our states and America's opportunities. Republican governors understand this. That's why Americans look to us for leadership. And that's why we have seen election victories. So let's reach out to Barack Obama, and this is how we reach out and help our country. showing how lower taxes provide opportunity for the private sector to grow new wealth. And let's embrace the federalist principle that lets local government closest to the people, have more say. Local government being the most responsive and responsible. We know that because we live it on the front lines every day in our jobs. Let's help show him and Congress the way. Look, we need to be greater participants in the monumental debates going on right now with the economic crisis that we're facing. We're hearing now more talk of additional taxpayer bailouts, for instance, for companies and corporations, perhaps even states now, who may be standing in line with their hands out, despite perhaps some poor management decisions on their part that help tank our economy. Republicans can help shore this up without getting any more addicted to opium, other people's money, spending it, when a lot of us just supported that first $700 billion bailout, and we need to have a rational discussion. I look forward to a debate and Republican governors participating in this debate of what and when is enough enough. I want our national leaders to expand the debate here and talk about accountability and personal responsibility and corporate habits and activities called to account. We can start talking about the conservative solutions to these economic challenges. Now, we can do this, and we can lead in this discussion and in this debate, and we had better lead with ethics reform and an end to the self-dealing and corrupt special interests on Wall Street and in Washington that contributed to the housing crisis and elements of the economic collapses. And this has resulted in hardworking, middle-class Americans being the ones to really get the bum deal in all of this. And we need to not be afraid of interjecting the solutions that we see based on free market solutions as those that can meet these great challenges. Let's lead in this ethics reform effort. We got to clean it up, and we got to end the corruption and the abuse once and for all. And again, with free market solutions, we need to start considering those, debating those, plugging in those solutions. We want America to be able to trust their federal government again. And here, I think the public's going to be looking to Republican governors to show them the way. And we have to reform, and we're able to do it. Governors do things like, in terms of reform and manifesting our commitment to reform, we do things like putting our state checkbook online. That's what we've done in Alaska, so that everybody can see where every dollar is being spent. It's other people's money. Federal government, they need to do